Well, trouble has mounted for MLA Vijayanand and rowdy sheeter Somshekhar Gowda. The city civil court has rejected the duo's anticipatory bail plea, citing that the charges are serious and cannot be taken lightly. Following this, the cops have launched a manhunt for Somshekhar Gowda as he failed to appear before them even after accepting the notice. Tamil Nadu CCB cops have also joined the manhunt. Meanwhile, MLA Vijayanand might not be arrested as he has appeared for questioning. Vijayanand Kashyap and Somshekhar Gowda are accused of assaulting two cops named Kiran and Prashant at Sky Bar.
Today, the Honorable City Civil Court and Sessions Court has rejected the anticipatory bail filed by Mr. Vijayananda Kashyap and Somshekhar Gowda. What the reason? I think the court has considered their antecedents. Hence, they have rejected the prayer of Vijayananda Kashyap as well as Somshekhar Gowda, because they both the petitioners, they are facing a few criminal cases. That's how they might have rejected the prayer of petitioners. Next option is we will challenge this order before the Honorable High Court tomorrow itself.
And was once commonly associated with the government because these cars were assigned to politicians, but number leaders are now switching to a more luxurious option, all at the cost of taxpayers' money.
Who doesn't remember ambassador cars? Well, traveling in these cars was once a pride, but doesn't seem so now. And if you're wondering as to why we make such a statement, well, here is the story. These cars you see here were bought by spending lakhs of taxpayers' money. But now they have been sidelined for air-conditioned, luxurious cars. Thousands of ambassadors have been replaced by SUVs now. Close to 40,000 ambassador cars, jeeps and other such vehicles have been discarded by the government officials in the past 4 years. They now lie covered in dust. According to the president of State Government Drivers Association, these vehicles are still parked in the parking lots of various government offices. The parking lots at the corporation, Vikas Sauda, Forest Department and Vidhan Sauda have now become home to these ambassador cars.
ಈ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಈ ಥರ ಗಾಡಿಗಳು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಗಾಡಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಗಾಡಿಗಳು ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ 1 ವರ್ಷ 1.5 ವರ್ಷ 3 ವರ್ಷ ಓಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ 1 ವರ್ಷ ಓಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡೋದು. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನೋಡಿ ಅಂಬಾಸಿಡರ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಗಾಡಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲನೇ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಐಡ್ಲಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ನು ಆಗ್ದಿರ ಐಷಾರಾಮಿ ಗಾಡಿಗಳು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಔಟ್ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಗಳು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ದುಡ್ಡೆಲ್ಲ ಪೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿನೂ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅಂತೂ ನಿದ್ದೆನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೇಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯಿಂದ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿದು.
These vehicles, which were once associated with politicians, have been swept aside by the same group. These days, number politicians are seen in shiny white luxury cars, and the only thing distinguishing these vehicles from cabs is the plates with government seals at the front. Shobha Jojiga for News 9, Bengaluru.
The State Water Board has taken up many projects to help the people of the state, but they always run into trouble. Let's see what's causing trouble this time around.
Take a look at these kiosks. These were set up to help people pay their bills at any given time. Now take a closer look at these kiosks. Can you spot a board? Yes, this is the state of most of the water board kiosks set up across the city. The kiosks have been left unattended since the company, given the annual maintenance contract, has refused to check them, citing payment issues. The company says that the rates have not been revised and they cannot carry on working for the amount being given to them. The water board installed 74 kiosks across the city, 18 of them in core areas. The company, given the annual maintenance contract, is being paid 5 rupees per bill as the maintenance amount, but the company says this is too less and the rates need to be revised. But the water board has even refused to look into the matter, saying that the company is already being paid in excess. Now the customers are left in a spot of bother thanks to the tussle.
Each month I am coming and paying the water bill here. Now since there is no that facility, we are facing such a lot of problem. More than 9 months I am coming and paying here only. Because office working people, we come in between tea time or coffee time, just will come, drop and go off. Now we have to search for the other place. And because in the counter if we go, only the timings are limited. They don't sit throughout the day. So if we come and pay, then we can automatic means we will come, drop, we'll take the receipt and go. That is the problem we are facing it. If they reinstitute it, it will be very good for us.
The kiosks installed in core areas were collecting close to 10 crore rupees every month, but now they are left abandoned. When asked about this, the water board said that the company, given the maintenance contract, is demanding more and it isn't possible to foot the bill. The water board is also looking for other options.
As in the city, we have provided the 78 kiosk numbers in and around the city and the 78 service stations. Due to implementation on pilot project, we have handed over 17 kiosk machines through SPML. They are collecting and they are charging 4 rupees 90 paisa. For us, we are giving the 4 rupees 90 paisa. But there is no any burden on the consumer. So yes, requested more than 6 rupees or something. So it is very difficult to interest the 6 rupees. So yes, taken back the systems.
None know which side of the story is to be believed, but in the end, it is the consumers who have to face difficulties. Will the water board do something to solve this? Anand Purli, News 9, Bengaluru.
The government initiates numerous programs for the benefit of the common man, but most of the times they forget the sustenance part, making the plan a big failure. We have evidence to prove the same.
Take a look at this building. This abandoned building is supposed to be the government hospital in Jakkur. The construction of the building was taken up in 2006. Residents of the area were promised a multi-specialty hospital, but this is what they have been given after 8 years of construction. Residents say that the construction of the building was completed in a year's time, but the government could not get someone to inaugurate the same. It has been lying in this state since then.
ಇದು ಈ ಕಟ್ಟಡ ಪೂರೈಸಿ ಇವಾಗಿರೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ 8 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು. 8 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮುಂದುವರಿತೈತೆ. ಮೊದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಹೈಟೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ 8 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು ಈ ಥರ ಕಟ್ಟಿ.
The construction of the building was taken up at a cost of 25 lakh rupees. The health department spent another 2 lakh rupees on constructing just the compound wall. When asked about this to the corporator, he conveniently blamed the shoddy work done by the construction company given the tender. He also said that the building is being left abandoned since the construction is not up to the mark.
ಅದಾದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಈ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ರೀಟೆಂಡರ್ ಕರೆದು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. 8-9 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಆಗಿರೋ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳನ್ನು ಅದೊಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 1.5 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Residents in and around Jakkur waited for the opening of the healthcare facility, but government's poor planning has made it a distant dream. Will the health department realize the importance of a hospital and do something about it? Pimaya Malayanda for News 9, Bengaluru.
People getting cheated by fraudulent travel agencies is nothing new in Bengaluru. Here's yet another case.
Look at these people. A little cautious and they could have been on their way to Tirupati. But they have ended up in front of Rajajinagar police station filing complaints against the travel agent who conned them by collecting money for the trip. According to the travel plan, they were to leave last night on an 8-day religious tour to Tirupati, Mantralaya and many other religious places in Maharashtra. But the bus that was to carry them, the agent who collected rupees 5,500 from each of them, never turned up. According to these people, the agent by name Sridhar Bhatt, who has an office in Rajajinagar, had given ads in newspapers about Sankalp Yatre covering these religious places. Since the price he had quoted was relatively less, people rushed to his office to book seats. He also provided his bank account number in the ad and asked interested people to deposit their money in his account. It is alleged that he collected money from at least 25 people. Last night, when they gathered at his office, he did not turn up and his phone was switched off.
7ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು 9ವರೆಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಇದೆ, ಮುತ್ಯಾಲಮ್ಮ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಅಂತ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಸ್ ನಿಂತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಲಗೇಜ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಬಂದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಒಂದು 25 ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಲಗೇಜ್ಗಳು ವಿತ್ ಲಗೇಜ್ ಬಂದು 9 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೆ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ನು 8ವರೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಇನ್ನೂ 1 ಅವರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತುಂಬ ಕಾದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ 9:30 ಆದರೂ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ, 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದರೂ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ, 10:30 ಆದರೂ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ, 10:45 ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೋನ್ ಎತ್ತುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟಾದಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ವಿ. ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು.
Sridhar Sankalp Yatre office in Rajaji Nagar 5th block opened just 3 months back. But his office as well as his residence has been locked since last night. He is alleged to have promised about taking care of their boarding and lodging charges as well.
ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಯಾತ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಟೂರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. 5,500 ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ರಜಾವಾಣಿ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ 5,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ. 5,500 ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ, ಹೌದು ಇದೆ ಕೆಲವೇ ಸೀಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ಬೇಗ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನಾನು 4ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಇವ್ರ ಅಕೌಂಟು ಶ್ರೀಧರ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನಂಬರಿಗೆ 5,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಜಮಾ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವರು ಬಂದು ಎಷ್ಟು 9ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನೈಟ್ 8 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹತ್ರ 8 ಗಂಟೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಯಾತ್ರೆ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಅದರಂತೆ ನಾನು ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ 2 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 7:30ಗೆ ಬಂದೆ. ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ 7:30ರಿಂದ ನನ್ನಂಗೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಬಾಗಿಲು ತೆಗಿಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Since ads had appeared in reputed newspapers, people from other districts too fell prey to this travel agent. They were told that the travel agent is facing as many as 11 cases of cheating in different police stations across the city. There have been many such cases in the past too, but people always fall prey to such fraudulent agencies. Pavitra, News 9, Bengaluru.